Hello there guys, welcome on back into the channel, and today we're continuing the World Series Gauntlet throughout all of the Sony MLB games, and now we are moving on to MLB 2005, which has Jesse Chavez on the cover. I used to always think this was Giambi when I was younger, but let's hop into it, see who we're going to use today. Alright, here we go, spinning the wheel. So this is from the 2003 season, I think? So that's who it'll be based off. We got the Giants. I think Bonds is still in this game, if I remember correctly. I think this is before he quit letting them use his likeness, so we might actually have Barry Bonds in this video. Alright, so looking at our team, we're the 17th best team in the league. Decent hitting, bad vision, good clutch, horrible base running, alright defense and pitching. Interesting. So this was actually one of them where one of the MLB games where you had to do, like, you had to manage your facilities, you had to manage your marketing, your team, and the banking, and you could set prices for things and stuff like that. So I don't remember if that actually like affects your ability to like sign free agents or anything like that. But I will go ahead and just set all that to CPU. If y'all want to see me like do like a longer series on one of these older games where I am like controlling all of those prices and stuff, let me know down in the comments. And then training I'm gonna set to CPU, scouting will be CPU, rehab can be CPU. So the goals of this rebuild: win percentage of 540 at the end of year 5, back-to-back division titles, host an all-star game, turn a profit, 3 players in the all-star game, team batting average of 290 in 3 seasons, a starter in the All-Star game, 2 Cy Youngs, a player hit 40 home runs in 2 seasons, and a team ERA of 3 in 2 seasons. Yeah, so we have 21st in batting, 14th in pitching, 27th in defense, 17th overall. Let's take a look at our lineup. So we've got Jason Schmidt, 31 years old, is the best player in our team. Like, his overall is like all the way up, so he's almost perfect. Rob Nen. You have JT Snow, Jerome Williams, Perez. So here's a young AJ Przinsky, Ray Durham, Pedro Feliz, Gordo Alfonso, and then you have this Linden guy. Yeah, I guess this was the game where Bonds wouldn't let them use his likeness anymore because he was in the last game. But I guess they took him out because he didn't want to be in it no more, which is interesting. It kind of sucks that this is when we get it, because we don't even have like the fake. We don't even have the fake Barry Bonds that they put in some of the later ones. So that kind of hurts. Let's go ahead and begin the season and start simulating and see how this team does. All right, so end of season 1, we finished 10 games under 500. I just kind of wanted to see what the baseline team looked like. Let's see. Check out statistics. Przinsky had a really, really good season. Hit 327, 26 homers in 162 games, 85 RBIs. Michael, our right fielder, hit 276, 31 homers, 88 RBIs. Marquise Grissom hit 242, 28 home runs, 74 RBIs. Przinsky was really good. JT Snow had another really good year, 288, 22 homers. And pitching, went 16-10, a 3.24 ERA, 6 complete games, and how many strikes? 249 innings, 224 strikeouts, so I'll actually take that. Let's see, Jerome Williams, 14-10 with a 2.84 ERA. Ugh, Dustin Hermanson did not pitch well. Gave up 106 earned runs in 200 innings at 128 strikeouts. So yeah, he was not good. Rob Nen had 28 saves on the year. In the American League, Javi Lopez, catcher for the Twins. Remember from the last game, whoever coded these early MLB games at Sony was a huge Twins fan. Javi Lopez hit 306, 56 home runs, and 141 RBIs, and then Richie Sexson in the National League wins MVP with a 291 average, 46 home runs, 122 RBIs. Cy Young, Contreras of the Yankees wins Cy Young, and then Kerry Wood wins National League Cy Young. Przinsky wins the Silver Bat in the National League, so we've got an award winner there. Trot Nixon wins it in the American League. Reliever of the year, Folk gets 47 saves for the Sox in the American League. And then Jason Isringhausen had 51 for the Cardinals. Rookie of the year goes to Matsui of the Mets, and no one in the American League. Interesting. And the Boston Red Sox win the World Series over our division rival, the Padres, in 7 games. Now we've got to go into the offseason. So we did turn a profit this year, so that's part of that goal met, but none of our other goals were met this year. We have 2 guys retiring, Jason Christensen, who did not pitch well for us at all, and then Andres Galarraga, who only had 37 at-bats for us this year. Fred McGriff retires, Tino Martinez retires, Edgar Martinez with the Mariners retires, Greg Counsell, Barry Larkin retires, Luis Gonzalez retires, Larry Walker, Rafael Palmeiro, a lot of guys retiring, David Wells. So player progression, Schmidt went down, Perez goes up, Williams goes up, Brzezinski went up a good bit. We've got some guys really moving up. Tucker, he hit 31 homers for us. So I'll probably give him like 2 years. Throw him back out there. I think anyone else is. Yeah, everyone else is still here. We drafted a right fielder here who might actually be somewhat decent. Really good contact. His power is awful, but good contact and speed. All right, let's check out free agency. There's Orlando Palmeiro, John Lieber, Juan Gonzalez. Here, let me go through and see like where we need help. So, starting pitching, sign this rookie Engel and throw him in the inactive. Maybe he'd develop. Relievers, I think we're good. Closer, catcher. See where. Ooh, a 23-year-old Brandon Phillips. Oh, I'd have to release someone. Okay, let's go let's see who's on my inactive roster I can get rid of. Released a few people so we can sign some guys. We're going to sign this young Brandon Phillips. Yeah, there's just nothing here in free agency. There's a young guy here we can sign and hope he develops. I guess we just kind of have to roll with what we have right now. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to do some sort of. There is some interest here in trading Alex Rodriguez. Decided to pass. We might be able to throw something in here and get something. I wonder if we throw in like any of these like young guys. We just traded for Alex Rodriguez for our backup catcher and our backup third baseman. So maybe I need to see if I can do a little more trading. Maybe this is a game that's somewhat easy to trade on. I also just traded for a 27-year-old Roy Oswalt, who's now my second best starting pitcher. I may try and trade Hermanson. Trade him for a better... And I traded for Randy Johnson, apparently. A 41-year-old Randy Johnson. Ooh, a young Mark Burley. And I just traded for Krillett Lee as well. So our rotation is now Jason Schmidt, Roy Oswalt, Jerome Williams, who had a 2.84 ERA last year, Cliff Lee, and Randy Johnson. All right, so after those trades, I think we're going to go ahead and move on to next season and just see how it goes with this new lineup. We did get Alex Rodriguez, and we got a bunch of more starting pitching. Hopefully there'll be more in free agency after this season. Okay, so Season 2, we improved a little bit. We're still below 500, though, so definitely not where we're wanting to be. Actually, here's the team for this year. Ted Payne, the rookie outfielder, hit 268 with 16 homers, 56 RBIs in his first career season. Not bad at all. Brzezinski had another great year, 296 average, 37 homers, 79 RBIs. A-Rod comes over. Average isn't great, only hitting 230, but he does have 33 homers. Cody Ransom was playing second for us. He hit 242 with 22 homers. Guess he took over for Ray Durham, thankfully. Hammonds in center, 246 average, 27 homers and only 484 at-bats, not bad. Tucker, who was really good last year, took a bit of a step back, down to only 22 home runs. Perez, he was an all-star this year, hit 251 with 21 homers. JT Snow, a bit of a down year, only 18 home runs. In pitching rotation, Oswalt, 8-19 record with a 5.49 ERA. Cliff Lee, 11-10 with a 3.96 ERA. Jason Schmidt, 15-10 with a 3.11 ERA. He was good. Randy Johnson was awful. I ended up deactivating him and brought up this 24-year-old who actually did really good, a 5-1 record with a 1.59 ERA. And then Jerome Williams, 13-12 record with a 3.89 ERA. Rob Nin, had 35 saves this year. And then the Phillies beat the Royals in 5 games in the World Series. So we had a starter in the All-Star game. This is our 2nd year turning a profit, so if we do one more year of turning a profit, we'll have that. We have a 478 winning percentage, so that's not looking good for us. But Marquise Grissom retired. He had a 300 average in 235 at-bats this year, and then Tim Lin, who didn't even pitch this year, retired. Kurt Schilling retires. Frank Thomas retires. 6 home runs shy of 500. I'm surprised. Greg Biggio retires at the age of 40. Glavin, he retires at the age of 40. Julio Franco retires. Looking at free agency here, Roger Clemens is here. There's this Jake Wallace, 24-year-old. We signed Roger Clemens. We're bringing these young guys here. Yeah, here's Randy Johnson. He was so awful. We're going to release him. All right, we just traded for David Ortiz as an upgrade at the first base position. I feel like we still need to trade Durham for something better at second. All right, so going into season 3, 2nd-year player Ted Payne, Brzezinski, Rodriguez, Ransom at second, then Ortiz, Hammonds, Tucker, Perez, and pitching lineup, Clemens, William Schmidt, Oswalt, Correa, who was really good last year, will hopefully be good again. Okay, so we went from being below 500 the first 2 seasons to now winning 105 games. We'll be taking on the Phillies in the first round of the playoffs. Let's see how everyone did this year. So David Ortiz was a huge get for us. He hit 312, 45 homers, 122 RBIs. A-Rod, a 261 average, 41 homers. He now has 460 career homers with 97 RBIs. Michael Tucker had a bounce-back year, 260 average, 36 homers, 88 RBIs. Cody Ransom got moved over to shortstop at some point, and he hit 30 homers. Brzezinski with another fantastic year, all-star. Ted Payne, 24 years old, really coming on as a great outfielder for us. Hammonds got hurt, but he was playing pretty good. Perez, I think, played second some. Or no, Ransom was playing second. Perez played short, did all right. And Roy Oswalt pitched phenomenal. 20 wins, 6 losses, a 2.94 ERA. He had 263 innings, 213 strikeouts. Schmidt, 17-5 with a 3.02 ERA. Williams, Correa, the young guy, was great. Roger Clemens had a good year at 43, 3.94 ERA with 170 strikeouts. Rob Nin had 37 saves, check awards. So again, another Twins guy winning. Lou Ford, 29 years old. I mean, so ridiculous. I mean, someone coded in that all the Twins always had to be good in this. Preston Wilson hits 50 homers for the Cardinals to win National League MVP. National League Cy Young does go to Roy Oswalt, so we got one there. Luis Castillo gets the batting title in the NL, and Lou Ford gets it over there in the American League. Isringhausen gets reliever of the year, and then Rodney gets it over in the American League. Rookie of the year goes to Link for the Diamondbacks and Blanchard for the Royals. All right, first round of the playoffs going up against the reigning champion, the Phillies, and we win it in 5. We are going to the NLCS. The question is, who will be facing, the Cubs or the Rockies here? And it's going to be the Cubs. So NLCS, Game 1, we take it. Game 2, we lose. Game 3, we lose. Game 4, we win. So big Game 5 here. We win that one game from the World Series. Oh, we go into Game 7, and we win Game 7. We take the NLCS in Game 7, and we're going to be facing the Rangers in the World Series. So Giants versus Rangers in the World Series. Game 1, we win. Game 2, we win. Game 3, we lose. Game 4, we win 1 game from a title, and we do it year 3, baby. We get ourselves a World Series championship. World Series MVP goes to Ransom, who had a 310 average, 8 home runs in the World Series. Playoff MVP also goes to Ransom. Who is this Ransom kid? This Ransom guy is just kind of come out of nowhere. Oh my gosh, his power is incredible. All right, I guess we can do an off season here to see if we can repeat. We did sign Ken Griffey Jr. in free agency as a bench guy, and he retires. Kenny Lofton retires. John Smoltz retires. Mariano Rivera retires as a member of the Braves. That's Jeff Bagwell retires. Moises Alou retires. Greg Maddux. Ruben Sierra retires. JT Snow, who he traded away to the Rockies, he retires. All right, going into the final year, 4th year, we've got Payne, Perzinski, Rodriguez. We signed Sammy Sosa in free agency. He's going to play center for us. Then Ransom plays second, Ortiz, Tucker, Perez. And then rotations all the same as last year as well. Let's see if we can win back-to-back. All right, into season 4, another great year. We made the playoffs as a wild card team with 98 wins. Got to take on the Mets in the first round of the playoffs. Who won our division? The Rockies won it with 104 wins. Check out stats on the year. A-Rod, 300 average, 50 homers. He's now at 5'10" at only 31 years old. So he's definitely on pace in this simulation to break the home run record. At age 31, 47 homers, 125 RBIs. Cody Ransom with another great year, 247 average of 33 homers, 82 RBIs. Ted Payne coming into his own, 277 average, 29 homers, 79 RBIs. AJ Pierzynski, another great year, over 300 batting average, 20 homers, 77 RBIs. Michael Tuckler still doing his thing at 35, a 307 average, 29 homers, 80 RBIs. Sammy Sosa, we brought over. He only played in 80-something games, but had 17 homers. He's now at 666 home runs in his career. Carlos Valderrama played a little bit when someone got injured. He had 20 homers. Perez over there at short, hit 257 average. We'll take that. So one of our relievers pitched in 87 games. Did he start? He didn't start any games, but he was tied for the team lead in win with a 4.36 ERA, a 15 wins, 4 loss record. Roy Oswalt didn't pitch. None of our starters really pitched as good. Nen ended up with 43 saves. Check out the awards for the year. Lance Nix it's 56 homers and wins AL MVP. Todd Helton gets NL MVP. Cy Young goes to a guy on the Rockies, and Matt Riley with the Orioles. Batting title goes to Bill Mueller of the Red Sox and Jose Reyes of the Mets. Reliever of the year, Urbina of the Mets and Acevedo with the Yankees. Rookie of the year, Dawkins with the Rays, and nobody in the National League. All right, first round of the playoffs going up against the Mets. Game 1, we win. Game 2, we lose. Game 3, we lose. Game 4, we win. Game 5, we win. So we are going back to the NLCS for the second year in a row. And we are going to be taking on our division rival, the Colorado Rockies, who won 100-plus games. Game 1 of the NLCS, we lose. Game 2, we win. Game 3, we lose. Game 4, we win. Big Game 5 here, we lose. Gotta win out here. And we don't. We get eliminated in the NLCS. The Rockies will take on the Red Sox, and the Sox end up winning it for their second World Series of this simulation. That's going to do it for this video, y'all. We got the Giants a World Series in just 3 years in MLB 2005. Alex Rodriguez, David Ortiz, Roy Oswalt coming in clutch, but the main guy, the big-time leader of this team, and your World Series MVP, Cody Ransom, wouldn't have done it without him. We are now 2-0 in the World Series Gauntlet here, and the next one, MLB 2006, is actually my favorite MLB game of all time. It's the one I played the most when I was growing up, so I'm really looking forward to that. If you're excited for that video, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a like, and I will see y'all in the next one.